Well, who watches the Watchmen? Well, pretty soon, you'll be watching them, if you are so inclined. So here we are at Cosmic Book News with some details. Announced last year at the San Diego Comic-Con. Now, Warner Brothers releases The Watchmen Chapters 1 and 2, trailer for the upcoming animated movies based on the comic of the same name. I think it would have been better to break it up as a series. Yeah. Well. Anyway, who watches The Watchmen? Catch Watchmen Chapters 1 and 2, a faithful animated adaptation of the iconic graphic novel. The clock is ticking, teases the video. The films do not have a release date as of yet, so there's the logo. We're still also waiting on the official credits and synopsis, but the comic is described. No, not comic, animated film, yeah. So you got Rorschach, Comedian, Dr. Manhattan, Silk Spectre, Night Owl, Ozymandias. Who watches The Watchmen at this point? Who doesn't? It's sold over 1 million copies, and it's the first thing people mention when talking comics for adults. Yeah, that's all the stuff. But so there's a trailer out for it. It introduces you to this version of it. Gotta say, a little annoyed at the over obvious nature of computer animation. Well, hell, they're all computer animated these days, but the more they look 2D, the better. And this one has 2D looking art, but it's a little too much 3D in the 2D. So, but maybe it'll work out. I don't know. A faithful adaptation, adaptation. Sorry. Maybe it'll flow better. I did like the Zack Snyder Watchmen movie, although that probably should have been a miniseries too. God, Zack Snyder is so windy. But for what it is, and the extended version, yeah, I sat through all of that. It's probably his best DC work, with Justice League being the close second, But anyway, this one, more than, no doubt, it says faithful adaptation, so I'm guessing it'll be more akin to the comic book, even though the Snyder Watchmen was pretty damn close, but didn't have the squid. Yeah, didn't have the squid. This one will probably have it. Yeah. Forget all about the idiot Damon Lindelof Watchmen. That is crap. So, I'll check it out when it comes along, and we'll see how that goes. Alan Moore, of course, will not be happy, but then he never is. Rorschach's the star of this story, and he's no one to blame but himself for writing the character so good, and that's just the way it goes. But anyway, it's a little something to look forward to out of DC, which there isn't a whole lot, and I'm not sure what's going to become of James Gunn's DCU. That remains to be seen. But again, it's going back to material of the glory days that they've already exploited. So, maybe they'll do the live action Dark Knight Returns, but then again, it's kind of the same thing. They haven't done much since then. It's kind of sad when you think about it. But anyway, maybe it'll be a good cartoon romp. Well, some more Lord of the Rings are coming your way, and no, I'm not talking about Rings of Power, because that's not Lord of the Rings at all, is it? No, it isn't. So anyway, Warner Brothers is going to release this animated adaptation of the War of the Rohirrim. See, I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah, it's sad, isn't it? But anyway, only a few shots here. Andy Serkis released surprise footage from it at the Annecy Animation Festival. Not familiar. Well, I don't know anything. Anyway, you can see here it looks all right. Here, and there's the title. Yeah, that's cool looking. And then this shot here, well, it looks very anime looking, especially her. She's, in fact, she's almost like she walked out of an anime into this, because these guys kind of look like you're at, 2D cartoons. Here she is again and all that. But what have you, that's examples of the art. from it. There's what's his face again, Wolf, and this is interesting. I don't know, is this supposed to be like poster art or what have you? But if that's within the film, it's kind of cool. This painterly look to it. But I doubt it. I mean, the stark contrast between the two. I mean, the backgrounds, of course, will be painterly. But anywho, don't know how it is in motion. After watching the teaser for the Watchmen animated films, was a little taken aback by the, it's the 3D for 2D approach. And I'm not sure if that's how they're going to do this as well. Probably not. This one, even if it is borrowing from anime, I'm not a big anime fan. I like some of them, but I'm not a big one. But it still looks like animation the old-fashioned way, and I appreciate that. So, and then that aspect, if that's more akin what this will be, it's a little better than what they're doing for the Watchmen. Anyway, due to the continuing degradation to Lord of the Rings by Rings of Power, right now, this cartoon is probably your best bet for Lord of the Rings Middle-earth product. It's this, and if this flops, well, you know what? Just go back and rewatch Peter Jackson's films, maybe even the earlier cartoon, or better yet, read the books. Yeah. But anyway, odds are good that this will be much better than Rings of Power. Just by showing up, it'll be that. But then again, but it also might be something special. Let's hope, and we'll see how that turns out. Oh yeah.